why Mo Salah won't win the Ballon d'Or is because the African Nations Cup isn't of the level of a Euros or a South American Cup.
It's something that means something to somebody else, right? I cannot, as an African, say that Copa America is not a good tournament, it's not a strong tournament. I cannot do that. A right-thinking person is highly disrespectful. You don't disrespect a whole...
Watch Transit TV right now.
I'm Tochku Michael. Keep watching Transit TV.
Transit TV back to the studio. This one is hot. This one is viral. Just have to give our own perspective to it because she's been gathering some comments out there and it's not going down. People are not backing down from their statement and it's really not good for African football. I'm sure you already know what we're talking about, Jimmy Carragher. And for me, the most annoyance came when I listened to Simon Jordan this morning on him adding his voice. I don't know if you have listened to it, Boom. So yeah, we are here to talk about the Jimmy Carragher and AFCON comments, just to give our perspective and hear what you have to say about it as well. Ugum, you are welcome to the show.
Thanks, Reggie. Always a pleasure being on Transit TV. Let's get the ball rolling.
Yes, like I said, this one is a very hot topic, and usually I respect people's opinion and let it go and give mine and move on. But Carragher, if you remember, this is not the first time he's going to be in controversy, both of his comments and sometimes the other time he was banned from Sky Sports for off-stage issues. And this also reminds me, the same Liverpool, few years ago, Klopp also made certain comments, because of AFCON. And Carragher coming to Sky Sports to make the comment that he made. Initially, when I was listening to the show, he made the first comment. I said, what is he talking about? Then this, of course, Storage and Nicky Richards corrected him. And he still insisted with the smirk on his face, like, what are you talking about? Okay, fine. All that happened, and he still comes back to defend himself with his Twitter account. I don't know if you want me to read what he said, but what got me there was when he still said that if Mbappe had an average season and won the Euros, he would still have a shot winning Ballon d'Or. We have seen a lot of players that have had average seasons and been the team that won the Euros or World Cup and still don't win Ballon d'Or. So I don't really know. A lot of people say it's ignorant. This is why I feel. I just want to get your feel about this whole thing. If you want to, if you want to listen to Simon Jordan, he came out today and was spotting Jimmy Carragher that AFCON is not a big tournament. That he was just talking crap. I think I sent you the video today, and I'm like, what are these people talking about? AFCON, even from the look of things, from the numbers I researched, they even have more viewership on television than Euros because of the number of people that live in Africa. And Copa America, they're saying is bigger than the AFCON. I don't know where that number is coming from. Because if you look at it as well, in terms of TV coverage, AFCON is still bigger. The only thing that AFCON has is maybe, and if you talk about corruption or not structure, we still have issues in European football. So it's not like any geographical location where they play football is perfect. Even FIFA is still struggling with some issues. So I don't know what you want to make, what you made out of this whole thing that Carragher said.
Yeah, see, JJ Okocha and a few other people have alluded to the fact, the way that I feel. Thank God for YouTube, right? Gone are those days when we would watch TV and whoever we see on TV, becomes an authoritative person that you listen to and they're highly revered and everybody, pretty much swallows whatever they say, at least to an extent. These days, anybody that can order a camera and a microphone from Amazon for $15, $20 can become a voice. So if people can put this in perspective, they will know, they will understand that anybody that can come out and put a camera in their face and say stuff doesn't in any way make that person an authority, doesn't in any way make that person worth listening to, doesn't in any way make the person's opinion sacrosanct or sacred in any way. So that's just the way I see it. The likes of Carragher, again, I say it over and over, I do not listen to what Carragher says. I don't see him as a credible person to listen to. I don't see his opinions as credible. Honestly, because I watched him play football. I thought he was one of the worst footballers I ever saw, right? Successful to an extent with his club side. He played for that same club side. In today's world, people like Carragher will be in the EFL trying to win promotion to the championship, not to talk of the EPL. Terrible technically. There are tons of videos of him being used for all kinds of memes.
The popular one,
as a football player. Yeah, if JJ Okocha has his own, go see how he made a fool of Carragher over and over. So, that he played football and played for Liverpool and he's an Englishman and is being paid perhaps millions of pounds to talk doesn't again make him credible. That's just the way I see it. And then when they open their mouths and talk, you realize why you don't respect the opinions, because they don't say stuff that makes sense for people that watch.
Yeah, and somebody can say something that is wrong. Just like watch football, a player can make a mistake, and you say, everybody makes mistake. But sometimes these people, like you rightly said, you see that where they're coming from is bias. It's not just because he's saying what he thinks is the right thing. He's talking about something that is wrong. That the person that's what he believes or what he thinks. But you can see there's a bias from it. How are you going to look at Salah today? And you're telling me, what's his name? Haaland scored 50-something goals. He didn't win Ballon. We know that there are, it's a prestigious award. But don't bring in AFCON into it.
Yes.
Don't bring AFCON into it. If Salah does what he's doing for Liverpool this season, and there is AFCON this season, and he goes there, scores maybe 7 or 10 record goals for the tournament and win the tournament. You're telling me that's not going to be part of the criteria, metrics they're going to use to vote or not? Because, like I said, it's just more of, you see the bias. It's just...
So, compare that. We listen to Robbie Earl on NBC. We listen to Robbie Mustoe on NBC. These are players, for me, they are the same level with Carragher. Carragher was lucky to play for Liverpool. That was a popular club, right? Listen to Tim Howard, right? Guys, you will see that they are not, they are neutral, well-learned, well-studied, people that have put in the homework, articulate, they see stuff the way it is and they leave it at that. Nothing to incite anybody, nothing to offend anybody, as polite as they are supposed to be as pundits, and you respect what they say, right? Carragher plays to the gallery, tries to create sensational headlines, and he has no authority. Now, you see that I haven't said anything about AFCON. AFCON has nothing to prove, right? We cannot be here now to try to prove that AFCON is relevant because of what Carragher said. Now, if it's Robbie Earl, then I would discuss it. I will try to prove it. I will have a conversation. I won't have a conversation for what Carragher has said. That's just the way I see it. And the same thing with Simon Jordan. These are guys that are just there to create sensation. That's why he's on Talk Sports, right? Just to create sensation and create headlines and give stupid views. So it is what it is. When people that are relevant in football that have done stuff and you see their product, when they speak, then it becomes a
you
cause of
understand
debate.
exactly, like, because and I'm sure you just finished. You just finished it, because there is nothing AFCON has to prove. Because they say by the fruit you know them. We would know the fruit of AFCON. We would know. I don't know any major football club in Europe that doesn't send scouts to AFCON. I don't know anyone.
Yeah, and this whole it irritates me. The whole Ballon d'Or conversation and judging AFCON because of Ballon d'Or is also completely unfounded. Yeah, Ballon d'Or is a highly politicized, highly political, highly polarizing award, right? You see the same thing. People are complaining of the people that win Ballon d'Or and saying it's heavily political. Everything is politicized. Yet you're using that to judge a tournament.
Exactly, to judge the standard. Exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
This is an award that is by voting individuals. It's about who you like and who you want. You know that. Yeah, and that's why people, coaches like Wenger, Ferguson, they will tell you they don't have any regard for that. If they have their way, they will scrap it, because football is a team sport.
Yeah.
That's what Wenger said. He said it's a team sport. He can't come and honor one player above all, because no one person can do it alone.
Yeah. And again, my brother, you see, no right thinking level, not even level headed, no mature human being will denigrate something that means something to somebody else, right? I cannot, as an African, say that Copa America is not a good tournament, it's not a strong tournament. I cannot do that. A right-thinking person is highly disrespectful. You don't disrespect a whole continent. I mean, you don't do that.
You really say the standard of the point. You say it's not a major tournament, a whole continent.
You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't have no right to do it. That shows that sums you up as a person. It says it shows you're shallow. It shows you're uneducated.
Yeah, I think he just let's leave it at that. I think he has learned his lesson. He wouldn't.
No, those kind of people are dumb. They will never learn their lesson.
Like I said, when he fed me, I didn't really take it serious. But when he came out a day or 2 days after, I thought about it, I still came out and tried to defend it. That's when I said, no, you need to look at this comment. And so let us know what you think in the comment section. Do you think Carragher is worth listening to? What's your take on his comments? I mean, like Ugum said, this is a world now we live. People have different opinions. We don't know what you think. Are you for Carragher, or do you think that comment was unfounded? Let us know what you think, and we'll see you again. Ciao.